Hello, today we are going to discuss A.G. Hope's poem, Australia. In this poem, the poet describes Australia as being a nation of trees, drab green and desolate grey, that darkens her hills. We see that he sees Australia as a country that is bleak and almost colorless, as everything seems colorless and dull. This very much resembles the field uniform of modern wars, where everything is in shade of grey and green. In this case, in this poem, the poet talks about the faded background as the field uniform was meant to allow people to blend into the scenery, probably highlighting Australia's tendency to fade into the shadows and not have much attention given to them. The poet compares the country to being like a sphinx, where those endless outstretched paws of sphinx demolished or stone lion worn away. The sphinx, as you know, was a figure from Egyptian myths, where it was just the body of a lion and the head of a man, ram or hawk. Appearance aside, the sphinx was always seen as creatures of great wisdom. This comparison could be directly related to the author's vision of Australia. In this case, Australia's reach and realm of intelligence and power have now been worn away, possibly suggesting that Australia used to be better than it is presently, and now that past reputation is now gone. In the next lines, the poet deals with the negative residual images of Australia. He believes that Australia is a country that is old. People may call Australia a young country, but they lie. The poet doesn't believe in this, that people call Australia as a young country. Australia to him is the last of lands, the emptiest. A woman beyond her change of life, a breast still tender but within the womb is dry. These series of lines could convey the message that Australia may be considered young by the world's standards, yet it is the most empty in the eyes of the poet. Its superficial image may be one comparable to a woman still fresh and alert. However, inside there is nothing, only emptiness. This again shows another disparaging view of Australia as having only external beauty but no inner one. To A.D. Hope, Australia is devoid of culture, which is without songs, architecture, history, and where rivers of water drown among inland sands, the river of her immense stupidity. The pronoun her he is referring to in this poem, Australia, is Australia. He sees Australia as being a country that has neither historical background nor culture to speak of. Yet he believes that it has the capabilities to do so. However, the ideas are drowned among inland sands. This can be seen as he blames the detractors for the slow erosion of Australia. The poet's direct reference he makes a direct reference to patriotism. He says patriotism comes in the last two, towards the concluding lines of the poem, where he feels that there are some like turn gladly home to withdraw from the lush jungle of modern thought, to seek the Arabian desert of the human mind. This to me has seen that the author enjoys retreating from the expansive world and would rather stay in a rather desert. In that case, all the above detractions that he mentioned are seen as added benefits of being an Australian. The last two lines of the poem are most memorable, wherein he states, "The learned doubt the chatter of cultured apes, which is called civilization over there." It leaves us with an impression of him seeing as Australia as being civilization and the rest of the world just being cultured apes, which they merely call civilization without it really being so. Thank you.